first public comments Tuesday after Sean Payton called his coaching job in Denver last year one of the worst jobs he'd ever seen. Hackett telling reporters he has no excuses, but Payton violated the coaching code. Hackett also said Payton has not reached out to apologize for the comments and doesn't expect him to. Broncos wide receiver Tim Patrick suffered a torn Achilles Monday at practice and will undergo season-ending surgery, according to head coach Sean Payton. Colts running back Jonathan Taylor's future in Indy remains uncertain after his recent trade request. Owner Jim Irsay said the team is not planning on an extension for the All-Pro running back at this time. Meanwhile, NFL Network insider Ian Rappaport is reporting that multiple teams are willing to give Taylor a long-term deal. This has been NFL Network Now on Westwood One Radio Network.
At Grainger, we're for the ones who pay attention to every little detail, the ones who fuss, tinker, and sweat the small stuff. Because you know the tiniest thing can make the biggest difference when it comes to keeping business moving. We get it. We're the same way, offering access to product experts to help you quickly and easily find what you need. So whatever your industry, you know you're always getting professional-grade products. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Right now at Wendy's, when you buy either a Dave's Single, Spicy Chicken Sandwich, Medium Frosty, or 10-piece nuggets, you can get another for just $1. Your dollar never tasted so good. So it's obvious what everyone will get, right?
Definitely nugs
Spicy
and a
chicken
Frosty.
sandwich,
Dave's Single and a Frosty for me.
And a Frosty.
Okay, who said Frosty and a Frosty? Pick your obvious choice. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's, buy one, get one for $1.
Limited time only. Price of participation may vary. U.S. Wendy's valid for item of equal or lesser value. Cannot be combined in a combo or any other offer.
We are the Imperial Valley's AM 1230 KXOL Centro, California. We mentioned it's the big guys playing football, the Jets and the Browns. Tomorrow, the NFL game, and it's part of our NFL primetime football on AM 1230 KXO. You know, Gene, anymore to get Thursday night, Sunday night, Monday night football, you got to pay streaming fees. You got to pay for this service. You got to do that.
Right.
No, you don't. All you have to do is listen to AM 1230.
You'll get it all.
We got the primetime games, Thursday night, Sunday night, and Monday night football. So
that sounds pretty good. And,
yeah.
And what else?
Can't hardly beat that.
No.
Well, we will have the Las Vegas Raiders on FM 107.5. And we've got high school football. High school football will start August 18th. John Driffel and I will be splitting the season between Central and Southwest, the way we've done for the last 20 years. And Mickey Dale, George Grijalva will have every single Imperial Tiger football game.
Those questionable guys, huh?
Well, George, no questions there. Mickey, yeah, okay.
Yeah, maybe so.
Yes. Okay.
I don't think they left after school was out.
No.
I have seen them wandering around the building, down the hall, and whatnot, and it looks like they settle in nicely each night. They're patiently waiting for their assignment.
Well, George is not all that patient.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. And Cher is helping everyone get into the holiday spirit this year. Cher has she took to Twitter to tease, is it still Twitter? To tease fans about her first Christmas album that's coming out. Now, technically, Cher sang a few Christmas songs back in the 1970s. In the 70s? Yeah, technically. Yeah, that would be the 1970s, not the 1870s for Cher. Mm-hmm. Okay? Mm-hmm. Just wanted to make sure.
It's a Christmas album, huh? And it's been this long before this will be the first one that she's done.
Apparently. Yeah.
That usually is something that most artists do at least once.
At least once, and of course you have to record it in July or August.
Yeah.
So you can get it, into the stores and on the streaming services by November.
Right. You just, turn the air conditioner down really, really, really low.
Yes, and hire some jolly old fat man to sit around and ho, ho, ho.
Exactly, and a fan that can blow a little bit of artificial snow.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you ready for a dad joke before we do birthdays?
Yes.
Okay. Did you hear about the guy who invented the knock-knock joke?
Knock, knock.
Did you hear about the guy who invented the knock-knock joke? He won the Nobel Prize.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Birthdays today, we have a few. And our big shot birthdays, Garth Hudson plays keyboards for the band, is 86. Singer Kathy Lennon of the Lennon Sisters, 80. I believe she is the only surviving Lennon sister.
Kathy is the youngest. Well, she's the only one, like you said, but I believe she was the youngest.
We'll have to give Lawrence Welk a call and find out.
A 1 and a 2.
Okay, actor Joanna Cassidy, 78. Actor Catherine Harold, 73. Butch Patrick, he was the little boy on the TV show The Munsters, is 70. Actor Victoria Jackson, 64. Actor Apollina is 64. Actor Cynthia Stevenson, 61. Actor Sam Worthington, Cal Worthington's little boy, is 47. He's quit selling cars. Actor Edward Furlong, 46. Actor Marcy Miller, 38. And actor Hallie Eisenberg is 31. Local birthdays coming up. Humble Farmer Brewing on Imperial Avenue across from Johnny's Burritos in Imperial. They open at 4 p.m. Tuesday through Sunday. Come on in. Try out their locally brewed beer, a great selection of wines, and full food menu. Enjoy happy hour from 4 till 6. Fill up a growler to go. Delicious, refreshing, seasonal drafts on tap. Follow Humble Farmer Brewing on Facebook and Instagram for weekly events. They're kid-friendly, so you can bring the whole family. Humble Farmer Brewing, Imperial Avenue, across from Johnny's Burritos in Imperial. We've got birthdays today. Let's celebrate with Linda Gardner, Angel Mercado, Suzanne Suester, Monica Cavanaugh, Angel Castrita, Griselda Villalobos, Sherry O'Malley, Liana Tavazon, Jerry Torres, Debbie Alvarado, Isabel Dubois, James Ian Duran, Carolyn Kirby, Shelby Verbu, Brooklyn Kinley Huffman, Misha Laura, Luis Villegas Sr., Salome Jackson, Gisela Garcia, Augustine Castellano, Billy Santiago, Royce Page, Gilbert Maris, and Jacqueline Cipher. Happy birthday from KXO. And coming up, we've got to look at news and other interesting stuff on AM 1230. Well, on this date in 1922, telephone inventor Alexander Graham Bell died. He was 75.
Had he been alive before that?
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm just double checking.
Instead of answering the phone with hello, Alexander Graham Bell advocated for users to answer their phone, ahoy, hoy.
Matey.
Yeah. Apparently there was a lot of drinking going on at the Alexander Graham Bell household back then. Yeah, pick up the phone. Ahoy, hoy. Okie dokie. News is next. World and California news headlines right now brought to you by Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal Lock, your year-round comfort specialist.
CBS News Brief. The Dow's down 216 in early trading, a day after Fitch made a surprising move to lower the U.S. credit rating a notch. What have we lost? CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger.
Being rated at AAA essentially means that investing in debt of the United States is considered to be risk-free.
The guessing game's on after the indictment was unsealed in former President Trump's case, accusing him of lying to stay in power. It mentions 6 co-conspirators, but not by name. His attorney tells CBS News Rudy Giuliani appears to be among them. CBS's Ricky Kleeman.
This may be just a little push toward any of the 6 to say, okay, I didn't name you. Here's your chance. Come on down.
In Portugal, the Pope has arrived for World Youth Day.
This gives us hope and joy that we are stronger as a group and in our faith.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer and get special pricing on cooling and heating tune-ups all year long. Call today to become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock VIPs receive discounted service and maintenance, discounted repairs, and priority service with prompt service. Lock Air Conditioning is your local York dealer, but they repair it all. So when the need arises, don't hesitate to call Lock Air Conditioning at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock, the only name in air conditioning for over 40 years. York, install with confidence. Contractor's license number 696216.
California headline news. The latest indictment of former President Trump deals with charges related to his attempts to overturn the results of the 2020 election. Former federal prosecutor and LA-based attorney Scott Tenley saying prosecutors are alleging a vast conspiracy to overturn the outcome of the election.
It involves efforts to use the Justice Department, efforts to have the states themselves overturn the election, efforts to use violence on January 6th in order to pressure Congress.
Trump due in court in Washington, D.C. tomorrow. A brazen smash and grab robbery at a jewelry store in Irvine.
I do all the jewelry. And all the stuff that was in the showcase is my own pieces. And it's just everything disappeared.
The owner of the store seen thieves dressed in black using hammers to shatter the glass displays. Customers were in the store at the time and hit the ground. Police saying the robbers got away with nearly $1 million worth of jewelry. Public health officials issuing a warning about a rise in valley fever cases across Southern California. Somebody contracted after breathing in fungus from dust or outdoor air. Jeff Scott, California News.
World in California News headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal. For repair, for replacement, call the experts, Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal.
For the ones who work hard to ensure their crew can always go the extra mile, and the ones who get in early so everyone can go home on time, there's Grainger, offering professional-grade supplies backed by product experts so you can quickly and easily find what you need. Plus, you can count on access to a committed team ready to go the extra mile for you. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Wouldn't it be great if life came with a remote control? You know, you could hit pause when you needed to, or hit rewind, like that time you knocked down that wasp's nest. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes, you can stop prediabetes before it leads to type 2 diabetes. To learn your risk, take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
It is page 1 of the local news. Page 1 is service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. They have 3 locations to serve you at El Centro Motors, in the Brawley Auto Center, Highway 86 and Julia Drive, and at the Imperial Valley Mall.
Taking a look at the latest in local news this morning, El Centro shooting. There was an early morning shooting in the city. El Centro police responded to the 800 block of Adams Avenue at about 3:50 in the morning Tuesday after there was a report of multiple shots fired. Officers were unable to locate any evidence of shots being fired in the area. About 15 minutes later, El Centro Dispatch was notified that a man showed up at El Centro Regional Medical Center with multiple gunshot wounds. The man was apparently shot while in the area of Euclid and Imperial Avenue. Police were able to interview several witnesses and are reviewing surveillance video from the area and developing information as they investigate the shooting. The victim was flown to Desert Regional Medical Center's Trauma Center for treatment. A vehicle believed to have been involved in the shooting was recovered in the Calexico area on Tuesday. Well, an earthquake, if you were wondering, a magnitude of 4.2 shook the north end of Imperial County. According to the Southern California Earthquake Data Center, the earthquake was recorded at 10:38 p.m. Tuesday with an epicenter 4.9 miles southwest of Nyland. KXO News Time is 7:42.
El Centro Motors Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers are here for you. Now, before you head out on a summer road trip, head into Quick Lane, ask for the works. Trained technicians will change the oil using up to 6 quarts of synthetic blend oil and filter. Rotate the tires, top off the fluids, check the belts, hoses, battery, and brakes, all for one low price. It's the works at Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers, at El Centro Motors, the Imperial Valley Mall, the Brawley Auto Center, or with their new mobile service wherever you are.
Continuing with more local news, IBC and 3 other colleges join USDA program. It's a multi-year USDA program for ag careers. Imperial Valley College's role in the partnership, which includes a grant of $1.4 million to fund its share of the 5-year program, was approved by the College Board of Trustees on July 19th. It is a portion of the $9.5 million grant awarded to Hartnell College in Salinas by the United States Department of Agriculture. The grant is from the USDA's National Institute of Food and Agriculture inaugural Next Gen program. The project is titled Learning to Lead, Career Pathways Supporting U.S. Leafy Green Production. Other partners include Cal State University at Monterey and the University of Arizona in Yuma. That concludes this edition of Local News. Page 2 coming up.
Page 1 of the local news, a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. They have 3 locations in the Valley. Quick Lane, they service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
Are you in need of free, high-quality childcare? At Volunteers of America, our Early Head Start program is here and designed to help you. Volunteers of America will provide childcare, family education, and healthcare programs for you and your family. VOA is now accepting applications for infants, toddlers, and pregnant moms. Call or text now to complete the application, 760-322-1420. Our services are absolutely free for those who qualify. Call or text Volunteers of America at 760-322-1420 or online, voasw.org. Enroll now. Volunteers of America is here to help. Fill out an application online at voasw.org or call today. Some people can't imagine doing what we do. We can't imagine not doing it. Enroll now, 760-322-1420 or online, voasw.org.
Page 2 of the local news and weather, served by Kxo Bar and Grill in Imperial. Check out the daily lunch specials and the dinner menu that features 16 different entrees. Kxo Bar and Grill, just off Highway 86 in Imperial.
Continuing with more local news, the Pentagon has announced that they will be pulling 1,100 active duty troops from assignments around the U.S. border. The troops were deployed for 90 days in May. That temporary deployment will end August 8th. The active duty personnel have been performing tasks such as data entering and support for U.S. Customs and Border Protection officers. There will be about 400 military troops that will see their tours extended until the end of August. Well, Pioneers Museum will be closed to visitors during the month of August. While the doors may be closed to visitors, there will be plenty of activity at the museum. Museum staff and volunteers will be involved in deep cleaning collections, training the next season of volunteers, and catching up on projects. Every Monday morning through the month of August, the leadership team and volunteers will be performing maintenance and other tasks, refresh the gallery spaces before reopening in September. Anyone interested in volunteering can do so. You just need to contact the Pioneers Museum. Well, a catalytic converter was reported stolen, another one, on Monday morning The theft of the admission control equipment apparently occurred sometime over the weekend. A vehicle parked in the 200 block of East Ross Avenue had a catalytic converter ripped off. The loss was estimated at approximately $2,500. We'll be back with a look at the weather.
Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill in Imperial is serving the best Japanese cuisine in the Imperial Valley. The menu is full of outstanding entrees. Yes, there's something for everyone at Kxo Sushi, including for the kids. Kxo Sushi offers you 50 different sushi rolls. They're named after our 50 states. And there's fresh sushi and sashimi, plus beer, wine, and sake. And oh, I forgot to mention, they also have teriyaki chicken or beef, rice, and noodles. Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill in Imperial. They're open daily from 11 a.m. till 9 p.m. Kxo Sushi also caters and welcomes big groups anytime. Call 760-355-4440. That's 355-4440 for your takeout.
Here's Carroll Buckley with the weather update.
The National Weather Service says much drier and quieter conditions are slated for the next several days. A warming trend is expected for the remainder of the week, with temperatures peaking around 115 degrees by this weekend. Due to the anticipated rise in temperatures, an excessive heat warning has been issued between Friday and Sunday. 109, our high yesterday, 83, the overnight low. Wind gusts peaked at 30 miles an hour. A trace of precipitation recorded at the airport. Today will be sunny and hot with a high near 110. Look for winds out of the south, 5 to 10 miles an hour. Tonight, mostly clear, a low around 83. West winds 10 to 20 miles an hour, gusting up to 25 miles an hour. Those winds become south after midnight. Thursday, sunny and hot with a high near 110. West winds 10 to 15 miles an hour, gusting up to 25 miles an hour. The winds turn out of the south-southeast later tomorrow morning. 88 degrees downtown El Centro, 36% relative humidity. Wind out of the southwest at about 5 miles an hour. Local news, page 2, served by Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill in Imperial. Great Japanese food, specializing in sushi rolls. 50 different varieties of sushi rolls. That's one for every state.
Imperial Valley Business Resource Center is a one-stop shop for business development. We provide a complete roadmap to success for startups, entrepreneurs, and small to medium-sized businesses. Our in-house services include startup assistance, workforce development, manufacturing assistance, site selection, access to capital, accounting, cash flow management, permitting assistance, government contracting, international trade, incentive analysis, and more. Contact IVBRC today at 760-353-8332 or visit ivbrc.org to get started.
It's Sports Time, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, an affiliate of the Scripps Health Network, working together to provide you the best care. Framber Valdez threw the 16th no-hitter in Houston Astros history, a 2-0 win over the Cleveland Guardians. Valdez needed 96 pitches, walked one man. That was the only blemish on the otherwise perfect game. And the Astros and Justin Verlander are reuniting in hopes of securing a championship together. The Astros reached an agreement with the Mets to reacquire Verlander. Meanwhile, Tigers ace Eduardo Rodriguez used his no-trade clause to veto a deal and remain with the Tigers. General manager Scott Harris of the Tigers said they had reached an agreement on a trade with the Dodgers, but Rodriguez said, nope, I want to stay in Detroit. And Baltimore acquired right-hander Jack Flaherty from the Cardinals yesterday in an effort to bolster a starting rotation that's helped the Orioles take the lead in the American League East.
Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, ready to serve you and your family for all of your healthcare needs. Let our team of dedicated physicians guide you on your journey to better health. Pioneers is a recognized leader in healthcare and has more than 10 health centers and clinics throughout the Imperial Valley. When the need arises, don't hesitate to come and see us. We have services and locations in Calexico and Raleigh, and of course, our award-winning hospital, Pioneers Memorial. For more information on all Pioneer services, visit www.pmhd.org today.
And let's tour the Major League ballparks. The Braves beat the Angels 5-1. Meanwhile, the Phillies over the Marlins 3-1. Brewers beat the Nationals 6-4. Rays ripped the Yankees 5-2. Pirates topped the Tigers 4-1. It was the Orioles beating up on the Blue Jays 13-3. Twins nipped the Cardinals 3-2. Rangers shut out the White Sox 2-0. Cubs embarrassed the Reds 20-9. It was the Royals edging the Mets 7-6. Red Sox topped the Mariners 6-4. Giants edged the Diamondbacks 4-3. Dodgers dumped the Athletics 7-3. And the Padres behind two Juan Soto home runs and 4 RBI, topped the Rockies 8-5. And the PGA Tour says Tiger Woods is now on their board, that at the request of the players. In a statement, the PGA Tour said the player directors and the PGA Tour Commissioner Jay Monahan will work to amend the influential policy board's governing documents to ensure that no major decisions can be made in the future without the prior involvement and approval of player directors. And Rams wide receiver Cooper Kupp underwent an MRI on his injured hamstring after leaving practice early yesterday. Sources said the Rams will be cautious with Kupp's injury, but that he could be back for scrimmages in a few weeks. And it looks like the Pac-12 has a deal after months of negotiations and uncertainty. Pac-12 Commissioner George Kliavkoff presented the conference's presidents and chancellors with a potential primarily subscription-based Apple streaming deal for its television contract. While several options were presented, the Apple streaming deal emerged as the likely leader at this point, bringing some clarity to a lengthy process that has frustrated many in the league. And will the Pac-12 admit San Diego State? Does San Diego State really want to go into a conference that probably will disappear in 2 years? That's it for Sports Time. Sports Time brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District. Log on to pmhd.org for more information about Pioneers. Thank you for choosing Imperial Printers Rocket Copy. In today's highly competitive business climate, your company's image is important. The printed materials your company uses conveys a major part of that image. Our graphic designers have the talent and expertise to create a lasting impression for your business. Imperial Printers Rocket Copy offers virtually any type of business solution to meet your needs, from business cards and stationery to computer forms, full-color brochures, and posters. Let our excellent service and attention to detail provide the best impression for you. Locally owned and operated, Imperial Printers Rocket Copy has locations near you at 430 West Main Street and 100 South 11th Street in El Centro and 184 South Plaza in Brawley. Financial news and a brief look at the weather brought to you by Southwest Security, a locally owned company protecting you and your property. Southwest Security also offering live-scan fingerprinting to the public. Fitch Ratings downgraded its U.S. debt rating yesterday from the highest AAA rating to AA+, citing a steady deterioration in standards of governance. The downgrade comes after lawmakers negotiated up until the last minute on a debt ceiling deal earlier this year, risking the nation's first default. But the January 6th insurrection was also a major contributing factor. In a meeting with Biden administration officials, representatives from Fitch Ratings repeatedly highlighted the January 6th insurrection as a significant concern as it relates to U.S. governance. A person familiar with the matter said the credit agency did not mention the insurrection in their full report on the downgrade. Meanwhile, Amazon's virtual clinic is now available in all 50 states and Washington, D.C. Amazon Clinic, launched last November, offers customers 24/7 access to third-party healthcare providers directly on Amazon's website and mobile app. With the service, Amazon customers can receive telehealth treatment for dozens of common conditions, things like pink eye, urinary tract infections, and hair loss. And looking at the big board, the Dow off 290 points at 35,337. The S&P 500 down 60 at 4517. The NASDAQ off 288 points at 13,995. Meanwhile, gold down 740 an ounce, oil off $1.33 a barrel.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. 2 years ago, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. So if you're tired of dealing with the inconvenience of our post office hours and you would like to be able to get your mail when you want, Saturdays, Sundays, holidays, in the middle of the night, then come visit us at Southwest Postal with 24-hour staff. Plus, we're also your local FedEx, DHL, and Postal Service Center. We even offer text message and email notification when you receive your mail. Southwest Postal at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro.
It will be sunny and hot today with a high near 110, west wind 5 to 10 miles an hour. Mostly clear tonight with a low around 83, west winds 10 to 20 miles an hour, gusting up to 25 miles an hour. Those winds become south after midnight. Thursday, sunny and hot with a high near 110. West winds 10 to 15 miles an hour with gusts as high as 25 miles an hour. Those winds will shift out of the south-southeast later in the morning. 88 degrees, 35% relative humidity, wind out of the southwest at about 3 miles an hour. Financial news and the weather brought to you by Southwest Security Services, offering 24-hour-a-day post office boxes at Southwest Postal, 4th and Heil in El Centro. CBS News just ahead.
The best oldies on the radio. KXO El Centro on AM 1230. KXO.
This is CBS News on the Hour, presented by Indeed.com.
I'm Steve Kathan. The possible legal strategy of former President Trump could be beginning to emerge a day after he was indicted in the investigation into the 2020 election. Trump attorney John Lauro on CBS Mornings says the former president's actions based on what he was told at the time.
John Eastman, who's an eminent scholar, gave the president an option, actually several options. What the president said is, I'm going to take the option that asks Mr. Pence to pause the voting so we go back to the contested states and allow the states one last time to make a decision on that.
CBS's Scott McFarland.
His 45-page indictment lists 6 unnamed, uncharged co-conspirators. Sources close to the investigation say the indictment suggests lawyers Rudy Giuliani, John Eastman, Sidney Powell, and former Justice Department official Jeffrey Clark could be those potential co-conspirators, though the special counsel has not confirmed the identities.
CBS's Nicole Killian is in Atlanta, where a prosecutor is also probing the election.
She continues to move full speed ahead as far as her investigation is concerned. We are in the midst of a window where District Attorney Fani Willis could announce a charging decision at any time, and we are seeing things being set into motion here.
From AAA to AA+, that's the credit rating drop for the U.S. from one of the key rating services. News business analyst Jill Schlesinger.
Economists say it's a little bit strange to see the downgrading of the U.S. credit rating at a time when the economy may be close to pulling off a soft landing. Fitch argues that there's been a, quote, erosion of governance because of the, quote, repeated debt limit political standoffs and last-minute resolutions.
On the Health Watch this morning, CBS's Jim Krasula tells us
artificial intelligence can accurately detect
20% more breast cancers from mammograms than traditional screening by radiologists. That's according to a new study from researchers in Sweden. It's considered the first randomized controlled trial to look at using AI in breast cancer screening.
Police in Vermont have charged the driver in a June accident that killed actor Treat Williams. Williams was on a motorcycle. Pope Francis in Portugal now for World Youth Day. This girl is among those who traveled there from the U.S.
Our group gets to see youth from all over the world, to connect with them and to bring our Catholic faith to everywhere else.
Organizers expect about 1 million people from more than 200 countries at the 5-day event. Wall Street, right now the Dow is down 265 points. This is CBS News.
If you need to hire, you need Indeed. Their end-to-end hiring system helps you attract, interview, and hire candidates all in the same place. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
Keeping your kids safe is a full-time job. Whether it's putting on outlet covers, installing child gates, or gluing down your priceless face. So Duracell made one part of childproofing simple. Our lithium coin batteries are the only ones coated in a non-toxic bitterant to help discourage swallowing. Your kid is safer, and you've got one less thing to worry about. Or glue down. Duracell, engineered for more. Available in 2032, 2025, and 2016 sizes.
Nothing slows my little girl down, except a stuffy nose.
Mommy.
That's why I use Sinex Children's Saline from Vicks. Sinex instantly clears mucus in everyday stuffy little noses with a gentle, ultra-fine mist designed for kids. Just Sinex? Breathe. Her stuffy nose is gone for now. And so is she.
Sinex Children's Saline. Sinex, breathe. Use as directed, keep out of reach of children.
The IRS plans to allow taxpayers to submit all documents to the agency digitally for the 2024 filing season, as we hear from CBS's Cammie McCormick.
This announcement also means you can convert all paper tax returns to digital documents by 2025. Many forms can only be submitted by mail currently, but this plan would eliminate about 125 million of those documents. The IRS is still reeling from the pandemic with staffing shortages and a massive backlog of more than 22 million unprocessed paper returns.
British biopharma company GSK has sued Pfizer in federal court, alleging its RSV vaccine violates GSK's patent on its own shot. The company says Pfizer's vaccine infringes on 4 of its patents related to the antigen used. Both vaccines were approved for adults by the FDA. Steve Kathan, CBS News.
Carroll Buckley.
Everybody's talking about you.
Carroll Buckley.
You're the talk of the town.